Thank you so much for coming in. Now, when we spoke on the phone, you had indicated that you needed to file your quarterly tax return for your business. Is that correct? Okay, fantastic. Now, I have all the forms that we need here. There's going to be 3 pages. The last page is just a payment voucher based on what numbers will you fill out here. Did you bring all the paperwork I had asked you to bring? Okay. So then this should be pretty simple filling this out. Should have all the numbers I need. And we're going to start with general business information. And then we will go on and go through some information about profits and income and wages. And then we will go on and go through and just make sure that your business is still active and is not closed down. And then you'll actually designate me as your paid tax preparer so that I can communicate with the IRS about this. Then essentially you'll sign it. So that's just an outline of what we're going to do here today. Feel free, if you have questions at any time, to stop me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. So, do you have any questions so far? No? Okay. Well, then let's get started. The first thing I'm going to need is your employer identification number. Do you have that? Okay, great. Okay, and then your business's name? Okay. Great. And then the trade name? Okay. What is the address, the mailing address of your business? And the city? State, okay. And then your zip code? Great, okay. I just want to make sure that all the paperwork you have with you, that we're going to be getting these numbers from, is for the first quarter of 2012, so January, February, March of 2012. Is that correct? Great, okay. Okay. So how many employees did you have working for you this quarter? That includes anyone who received wages, tips, or any type of other compensation for the pay period ending March 12th. Okay. Now, what was the total wage, tips, and other compensation that you paid out? Great. And what was the total amount of income tax withheld? Okay. And this is from wages, tips, and any other type. Okay, great. Okay. Now, were a portion of these wages, tips, and other compensation subject to either Social Security or Medicare tax? Both were? Okay. Now, how much of the number that you originally gave me was taxable by Social Security? All of it? Okay. Okay. And then how much of it was taxable by Medicare? All of it as well? Okay. Okay. And did you pay any tips? No. Did you receive any? Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to have to calculate the total number from that, so give me just a moment. Okay, so your total is going to be $285,109. Okay, so that's going to be the total amount of taxable wages and tips and compensation from Social Security and Medicare tax. Okay. Now, I didn't have you fill out a 3121Q form, did I? No. Okay. And you didn't receive any unreported tips this year, did you? You don't receive any tips? Okay. Well, then that makes that very easy. So now what we're going to add up is the total amount of taxes that were withheld. So it's going to be $3,644,2,207. Okay. Now, how much did you end up adjusting your income or your the amount you paid to your employees because of fractions of cents? $78. Okay. And how much of an adjustment was there for sick pay? Okay, great. And does your company provide group life term insurance? They do? Okay. So what was the adjustment for that? Great. So now I'm going to total up that. So your total is going to be 455,592.33. Great. Okay. So the next number I'm going to need. I didn't have you fill out a form 94 or 941X or 944X, correct? Okay. So there. Your total deposits for this quarter, or what do they total to? And this includes overpayment applied from previous quarters, if you didn't apply it yet. Okay, great. Okay. And your did any of your employees receive COBRA premium assistance? None? Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Now, you're actually going to have a balance due because your total taxes were less than the deposits that you made, or were greater than the deposits that you made. So I'm going to have to calculate that now. Okay, so your balance is going to be $32,396.20. Okay, so we're going to have to complete a payment voucher then, so that you can account for that. And you can, okay, you can pay now. Great. Okay. Fantastic. I'm going to need some information. Okay, so now, were you a monthly scheduled depositor or a semi-weekly scheduled depositor? So essentially, did you work on a monthly or semi-weekly basis? Monthly? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to need to know your tax liability for each month in this pay period, so January, February, and March. And then I'm going to need to know your total liability for the quarter, which is going to be the sum of those three numbers. Okay, great. Okay, okay. Okay, fantastic. Thank you for telling me those. I'll just total them up here. Okay, so you are liable for 51,579.65. Great. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so your business is still in operation, and you have not closed or stopped paying wages during any point this quarter, correct? Fantastic. Are you a seasonal employer? No, so you file a return for every quarter, correct? Okay, great. Now, there's a part here that asks if you'd like to designate a third party that is able to discuss things with the IRS. This could be an employee, a paid tax preparer, or any other kind of person. Would you like to designate me as that person today? Okay, fantastic. Now what that's going to entail, I'm going to put down my information here. I'm going to designate a 5-digit PIN, so when the IRS calls me and contacts me, they'll know that it's me, and it will protect your confidentiality and your privacy. So I'm just going to fill out some information about myself here, and then I'm actually going to ask you to sign this form. Okay? Fantastic. So my name and my phone number, so that they can contact me when they need to know information. Okay. I'll write down my PIN here. I'm just going to fill out my company's information. So, the firm's name, my address, okay. 416-978-164. My phone number's there. And the date is going to be 4/16. And I'm actually going to sign this here. Great. Okay. And after we're done, I'd like you to sign here and just fill out some information about the best way to reach you. Okay. The only other thing I'm going to need before you go ahead and sign that, I'm going to need to fill out a payment voucher here. So I'm actually going to copy this information off of the first page that you gave me. Is that okay? Okay, fantastic. So it asks you for your employer identification number. This is for the first quarter. The amount of your payment is going to be $32.96.20. The name of your business. The address of your business. City, state, and zip. Great, okay. So that's going to be all I'm going to need from you. I just need you to sign this form, and thank you so much for coming in today.